What's up, everybody? This video, I just thought I would go and discuss an important part of knife keeping. I believe my music is getting way louder. But what goes into your knife maintenance kit? Here's mine. I keep mine in this little plastic ammo can. I bought it for, I think it was on sale for $3 at Harbor Freight. This one holds size 50 freedom seeds, as it were. But enough yakking. Let's get into it. I'm going to hit the microphone. I suppose I could open it the wrong way. I guess it's a lefty kit now. But here we go. I have a can of this stuff. Hops number 9, lubricating oil. This is for like OTFs and stuff. And it helps prevent rust and things like that. I rarely use this stuff. Actually, the thing I use the most on knives is this little guy. Hops number 9 really is the best knife lube. You'll hear about these other brands that other channels talk about quite often. But that's not the best lubrication. Hops number 9 is. This is like $6 on Amazon. I like it because of the tip. But that's just me. I got various microfiber cleaning cloths. This one's more of a rag. I keep a lot of the ones I get in some of the knife bags when you get a really gunky knife. See, I have other oil. This is one that came from Blade HQ. Never use it. We got the Slickamol from OCD for EDC. This I like to use on knives that are not washers, but instead, bearings, but instead of washers. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah. I don't use it in bearings because it'll gunk up over time. But in washers, it's nice. Here's a measuring tape. I was sent this by Lancelot Leather to measure things. And no matter what you do, it's going to be wrong. But I have it. It's nice to measure, even if you are under pressure. I have some lube from Orion Knives. This came in one of the kits that he has. Of course, my Coca-Cola can. If you've seen any of my dismantling videos, I like to have this out. So when I take the screws out, I put the screws in my Coca-Cola can. Plus, before you get to use the can, you get delicious chocolate. It's kind of a... If you've never had Coca-Cola, you're missing out. It tastes kind of like a coffee chocolate, but I don't like coffee, but it's still really good. There's a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate. But this, I keep my pieces in. Some Knipex. These are really good when you have like a stuck pivot and you need to hold it, unscrew one side. Or, sometimes you get barrel spacers like this Orion Solaris, which is an awesome knife. But if you undo one side, the other side spins freely. So I'll hold it and then unscrew it. Makes life a little easier. Yeah, I keep a little pair of these. They're really good. I believe, I bought these at Lynch so I can have the little Lynch stamp and support a good company. You get the little Lynch feather on there. You can't see it because this camera sucks, but it's got the little Lynch feather. But you can get it on Amazon for cheaper. I just like supporting those Lynch guys. A million desiccant packs. It doesn't really get humid here in Arizona, but it can. A piece of trash. Don't know why that was in there. But yeah, if you live in a place that's humid, these are nice to toss into a knife case if you're going to ship it or, whatever. I have some knives over here, and I put some desiccant packs in a few. I've got my, I'm blanking on the name all of a sudden. Skiff. Yeah, there we go. Skiff. It's not even on here. But the skiff bearing pivot measurer, this has come in quite handy. You put your pivot through, or your bearings and your pivot, and it tells you which size you need for your knife. And then you can get those awesome skiff bearings. And then here's more. I got this OTF lube sample from the Heretic knives. I've got a bunch of these little cleaning thingies. These come in handy when you need to clean out the bearing track or go inside the pivot area. Those come in handy. I have a single battery. You never know. You never know. Oh, a lot of trash in this thing. I didn't realize. And then I have this kit. Ceramic sealant and flitz polishing, which this stuff works really good. I've used it on my Cold Steel Espada XL. Really shines things up. I like this flitz a lot. And they're a pretty responsive company. I did a video and they were like, yeah, you could, I asked if you could use a buffer on a Dremel. And they said, absolutely. So I was doing it by hand back in those days. They're a really good company. Extra screwdriver. My two favorite things are my good screws. These are my bit drivers. This is my favorite one, the Nerdy Vandal. Terry T-Rex sent this to me. That was really, really awesome of him. And then these are the washers, bits I use. The Weehaw, which slides out. These are really good. I keep it in here with the bit driver. And then this one, they had a sale one day. You can tell this one is this one because it's heavy. But this one is the brass one. And it came with bits as well. But I like it because, you know, it spins. You could put whatever those are called in here. Tritium in both of them. And the bottom also spins. The bottom's also, cylinder, as it were. But these are pretty cool. They're just fun. If you're going to be working with tools, you might as well have fun with it. So I got these. And surprisingly, these drivers I use often, but they're not the ones I use the most. The ones I use the most, I keep right here. I bought this from TRM on the website. It was like $20, $25 maybe. But you get this little bit driver. It spins too if you're into that kind of thing. Woo! And then it gives you a few bits. You get the T6, T8, and a T10. Which I've used the T10 on some knives. But I use this one the most. I like how convenient it is. Just a little pack. So I don't keep this one in the maintenance case. I keep this one right here for easy access. Boom, boom. Knife fixed. So I also keep this with my maintenance kit, but I keep it over here sometimes too with my work sharp field sharpener. I love this thing. It's got dog hair all over it. Nona. But I use this quite a bit. I'm not any good of a master sharpener like certain people like Kyle Kuhnel, Klingenwork Sharpening. Shout out to Kyle. But in a pinch, this will bring back a dull knife to cutting usability. So if you're out in the woods, you know, there's no post office nearby and you don't need to wait 9 days to send out a knife and get it back when you're lost in the woods, keep this with you. You'll have a knife going. You can use this in big ones, little ones, some the size of your head. But that is, almost forgot these guys. You could see these. My Lancelot Leather straps here. This one he calls his ugly strap. I like this one a lot. They're made out of horse butt. This one is. Which horse butt, he says, is awesome leather for honing a knife. Two sides. One, two, you start on the rougher side, end on the smoother side. I don't put the like emulsion in here. It works fine without it. I like this little keychain one. I use this one the most, actually. But this one's really nice. And then, of course, this one I use on my fancy knives when I'm feeling a little dapper. But that is basically my knife maintenance kit. I can't think of anything else. I'm looking around just to make sure. I got the oils, the tools, the rags. Yeah, I believe that covers it. So, what does your knife maintenance kit look like? What do you use? Some of the stuff's more for heavy-duty knife maintenance. And others is just for touching up. I keep the hops out because I use it all the time. It's my favorite. I'll never use those other brands, probably. Hops is also made in America, USA. And it works far better, in my opinion. And I've tried them. But it works far better. I can't put this can back in. Than the other stuff. But, you know, that's enough about that. That's just a personal preference. That's my personal preference. Yours could be the other stuff, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine. That's why I'm asking. What's in your kit? What's in your... Just kidding. I don't want to get sued. Why won't you go back in, though? Why won't you go? Yeah, I don't know. It's an enigma, a puzzle waiting to be solved. And I'll solve it. But until then, thanks for watching. And, you know, let me know what's in yours. I'm curious. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know. But until then, have a great day. And I don't know why I said and because I literally had nothing to follow up with that. So, bye.